right. All right. We're now streaming live. Hi, everybody. This is David Rutz with David Allen Capital. And tonight we're talking DAC Healthcare with our partners at Clearwater and the Clear Share Health Sharing Plan that we're so excited to have now live in the product offerings of the DAC business opportunity. We believe this is really a game changer in the healthcare space. It has been a game changer in my family. When you can save someone $7,000 a year, that's like paying them $7,000 a year. I mean, that's massive, folks. So as you know, if you didn't know already, I have shared that story. I was on Cigna and my family was paying $640 or $650 more per month than we're paying now. And that was with the deductible, folks, of $4,000 per member. And then a family deductible of $12,000, I think it was. And we had what I felt was great coverage, but it was a lot more expensive. So now, after talking to the consultants at Clearwater, they helped walk through the plans. And I could have got even a lower premium with a higher deductible, or a lower deductible with a higher premium. And I said, no, I'm comfortable with the $2,500 deductible instead of $4,000, which I had. What would my pricing be for that? And we got some accident things added in case we have some accident claims to help cover those deductibles. We've got a concierge service where if I use them, I don't have to pay the deductible. Like for an MRI, if I use the concierge service, I don't have to pay the deductible. That's awesome. I didn't have that with Cigna. So not only am I paying over $7,000 less, that's real money. And we fortunately haven't had to use a lot of healthcare. So that's real savings. And then to have a deductible be capped out at maximum at $2,500 a person is really, really exceptional. And I'm just so thankful. So of course I want to tell people about it. The good news is, guys and gals, everyone who's on health insurance might be better off with this product. This isn't, in the past, we had some health discount plans and stuff that were only for people who were not insured. Right? This can be better than someone's insurance. We'd let them talk to the experts and let them determine that with the experts. But hey, I had insurance and I dropped it for this plan because I'm better covered at a lower price. So, and for you to be able to earn as an agent, for you to be able to earn money each and every month for the life of the customer, Clearwater had a situation where they offered us to get paid for the first year. And I wanted the product so bad. I wanted to use the product, but I said, we can't market a product. We only get paid for 1 year. We got to get paid for the life of the customer because that's our model. That's what we stand for. And, the owners of Clearwater, the powers to be, met about it. They saw the size of our business and they said, you know what, we'll honor that. We want long-term customers as well. If you can bring us the right customers and they're going to be using the service for year after year after year, then we'll pay you for those customers for year after year. That's spectacular. So we've got a lifelong residual product. We got a product that is beating the pants off of our competition. This isn't just a discount plan, which there's nothing wrong with those, but they don't cover near what you need many times. So we're very, very proud to have this product. I don't want to go into any more details of the product. I only know it as the customer. But I will tell you, my wife had to go to a dermatologist today. And it was nice to just call them. And first of all, we checked in our app because you get an app and I can text the support. But we checked right in the app, all the doctors in the area. We had the dermatologist. We knew they're in the network. We called the dermatologist, set up the appointment. We sent them a copy of the card front and back. And they said, fine, come on in. And now they're going to submit the bill to Clearwater. Clearwater is going to cover it. Whatever's not covered charges, because not everything's covered, just like with insurance. Some things there's copays on and stuff. Whatever's not covered, the dermatologist will bill me. It's just like the same way my Cigna plan worked. So you get all the same benefits with extra features and benefits at a lower monthly cost. If it's not cheaper, then you don't sign up. If we can't save people money, we'd rather not do business with them. We want to give people the same or better quality at a lower price. So that summarizes why I'm using it. But we've got experts who are available from our partners. Last month, you got a chance to meet Spencer. He did a fantastic job going through the product. Tonight, we have Victoria with us, who's going to be going through some features and benefits and different things she felt was important in helping us to understand the product and also market the product. So with that, I'm going to bring Victoria on screen again. There's Victoria. How you doing, Victoria? I'm going to turn it over to you. We're just so thankful that you're here. Thanks for spending the evening with us. This will be viewed by thousands of people over the next 10 to 15 days on our YouTube page. There's only, a couple hundred people here now that'll come on live, but we'll have thousands watching this in recording and emailing it out to our 50,000 agents. So we're so thankful for you giving us that expertise so that we can share the right information with agents and empower them the way they need to be empowered. So thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, David. I wish I could bring you on to every demo. That was amazing.
Well, thank you very much.
Grab that testimonial there. Lovely. So I'm glad I'll be going over this with everybody. Can we see my screen right now that shows a slide deck?
Yes, we can.
Perfect. And do not be alarmed. I know it said 24 slides. I am not a 24 slide person. Some of these are just images. I really keep it down to 7. I want to make sure this is simple, this is efficient, and that way we just understand what's going on here and we can just take it and go on with our nights. So I'll leave it very quick for you. All right. So who we are, our story is simple. We have been in this industry for a while and we have noticed there are too many things wrong with it. We've seen 65% of bankruptcies in the US, 90% of those had insurance and they were still bankrupt. You can see as simple as one illness turned into thousands, if not millions of dollars, especially when you're looking at things such as cancer, an ER trip, the unexpected. So that's where our focus went into, is the unexpected. We're going to talk about how a health share works, how we've paired that with a MEC to make sure you're covered from end to end, and why we're able to effectively deliver this at a lower price, with it being a real service that you can get at any providers of your choice. So this is a little bit about what we do for you. We want to make sure it's simple, explained. We have apps that you can also add on, which are going to be telemedicine and Talkspace. If you're familiar with Teladoc, it's pretty similar, where you can talk to a doctor at any time. So we have added innovative plans to latch on to not only the major medical, but the small stuff as well. All right, and here's a breakdown of what we are as Clearwater and why we're able to offer David Allen Capital the best healthcare. So when it comes to Clearwater, we are the brokerage. So this is why we're able to offer major medical insurance, health plans, and supplemental plans. We are also a health share. This is why we're able to take on those larger unexpected costs, and we will dive into what a health share is here in just a moment. And then we are also Boomi, but we are going to be renaming ourselves back to Clearwater Administrations. We realized that is a lot simpler. So audience effort was taken in and we got back on that feedback. Boomi, we are able to have our own TPA. So that is, everything is done in-house, guys. So whenever you don't have to hire out and do third parties, pay those services fees, it gets a little bit more costly. So we've taken everything and put it in-house. So when you think Clearwater, when you think David Allen Capital Healthcare, think everything under the sun when it comes to insurance, such as the Costco of insurance. You can come here for dental, vision, major, preventative, or catastrophic healthcare. So even if it's not just one plan you have in mind, we could offer you something as simple as just getting a dental plan. All right, so how health share works. If you're not familiar with a health share, that's okay. They have been around since the 1700s, but this was mostly used in a small community. It then adapted to be offered to only Christian communities. This was taken in with faith statements. So meaning if you were of that faith, you could participate in this membership modeled health share. How this would work back in the day is, let's say the townspeople back in the 1700s decided to pool their money together. So if one townsperson was injured, they could take care of that one townsperson with those funds they've contributed. Well, in modern day times, we've taken that and offered to everyone. There is still a faith statement, but it no longer requires you to be a Christian or of any religious affiliation. We're simply asking you to go ahead and make sure that you are contributing to the monthly memberships and following our member guidelines, which include not participating in activities that would cause harm, such as alcohol or leading to an accident with a reckless driving, admitting some people in. And so with a health share in mind, what is a health share? Well, health share is whenever you have the unexpected costs taken care of because you are only focused on handling a monthly membership and an annual max. And I'm going to break this down a little bit simpler. Let's say it's kind of like car insurance. With car insurance, you don't go running to them if you need your gas filled up or if you need an oil change. You're going to go to them if there's an accident. Same thing with a health share. This is designed to help out with catastrophic needs, such as, let's say you end up breaking a leg. That leg could cost you $50,000, $100,000, depending on what happened. And let's take this even outside of the States. Traditional insurance, if you were to get injured in, let's say, Italy, France, let's say I decided I want to be Tour de France and break my leg while I'm biking. That can be very expensive, especially in a foreign country. You're not really sure how much that ambulance trip is going to cost, how much maybe a helicopter has to lift you out. Who knows where you are? But all we need to know is an itemized bill. You are responsible for your annual max. Your annual max is an amount that you choose that can be $1,000, $2,500, or $5,000. The higher the annual max, the lower your monthly membership. So for this broken leg example, let's say you had chosen our $1,000 annual max. Well, that means out of the $50,000, you would only be responsible for $1,000. That's your annual max. Let's say something worse happens to you the next month. You break the other leg, you get a severe illness. You've already paid your annual max for $1,000. So for the year, we're going to continue sharing in those catastrophic events. Anything that is not preventative or maintenance, we consider that catastrophic. We call those needs. So we will take care of that with one annual max. Most health shares charge per event up to 3 or 5 times a year in an event. And we know those are not regular events, at least we're knocking on wood it isn't. But for Clearwater with David Allen Capital Health Share, you are only responsible for one annual max. And this is going to be demonstrated in testimonies that we have in our websites, and I will make sure to pass along to you at the end of this call. But we've saved people millions of dollars. Terry had COVID, which turned to heart failure. He spent 2 months in the hospital. The bill was $2 million. I can't even imagine getting something that large. But with Clearwater Health Share, he was able to only pay his annual max, which is $1,000. And we were able to help out with those continued services. ClearShare is not eligible for everyone. So I'm not going to try to paint this as a great for all under the sun, where there are some restrictions. Over the age of 65 is not eligible. And ClearShare is not a great option for those who have continuous or serious chronic medical issues at this moment. We do have pre-existing condition clauses. So that doesn't mean that you are not able to join if you have a pre-existing condition. I want to go ahead and recommend you still make a call to our care coordinators because we are able to offer limitations for the first couple of years to those pre-existing conditions. So that doesn't mean we won't just share $0. That means for the first year, we'll want you to contribute, but for the second year, we can go up to $25,000, the third year up to $50,000, and the fourth year, $125,000 on pre-existing conditions. So it does not prevent you from joining the program. And this goes a little bit deeper on what pre-existing conditions mean to us. That's a look back period of 12 months. So anytime you've got an exam, a test done, a treatment, prescription, those are going to be considered pre-existing conditions. Again, we can still share in those. There's just going to be some limitations in your first couple of years of membership. And here is a little insight on how ClearShare works with those plans. We can get you a quote, show what the annual max is. You will also see that there will be prescriptions, doctor's visits, emergency and hospital, and how that is laid out. So we keep it very organized for you in our guidelines. I also want to dive into, it's not just for catastrophic. We've also added advanced and basic as well as HSA. So these are going to help with those preventative care services such as doctor checkup visits, lab work, the day-to-day stuff. So when we've paired these preventative care services with our health shares, this is what is driving the cost of those 2 times premiums you're seeing in the big guys right now, the Blue Cross, the Cignas. And it's because they're using traditional health insurance, which is going to cover costs for every claim, which is not what the health share is designed for. Health share is designed for those catastrophic costs, which is why we're able to keep it low for you monthly. And then we've paired it with advanced, basic, and HSA to handle the other side of the preventative care. Advanced is going to include copays, which are going to be for in-network and out-of-network. Basic is going to include copays for in-network, but not out-of-network. HSA is going to be contribution with tax deferred. And you will be able to choose your annual max for those major events.
Victoria, if I could comment real quick.
Oh, yeah.
Just because I talked about my plan, just so you all know, everything on the screen, the supplemental insurance, I got them all. I've got the advanced plan. And so it's not just the upper limits, it's fully covered, but all the doctor visits, supplemental, dental, vision, all that was included, and I'm still paying a lot less. So I went with the $2,500 annual max per person. I could have went lower or higher. I was comfortable with the 2,500 after the suggestion of my consultant at Clearwater. They walked me through my average spending and they said, that's probably the best price for you month to month versus your annual max for your family, your fairly healthy family. And so that's the plan we went with there, and it did cover everything. When I say everything, obviously the typical things you get with insurance, physicals, labs, x-rays, doctor visits, physical, all those things.
Correct. Great. Thank you for adding some color to that, David. So these are our plan options, and we will see the annual max is designed by the 1,000, 2,500, and 5,000. Now, this doesn't mean that each member needs to meet this per need. We've actually put discounts on it if you just have a really horrible year and everyone has an illness or event happen. So let's talk about the advanced plan. The advanced plan is going to include copays for preventative and maintenance care services, as well as the major. You can see a little insight here on what that looks like. So we can generate a quote for you. Let's go ahead and look at doctor visits. So you're going to see in-network, $20 visit. Out-of-network is going to cost you $50. And this is just an example of one of the price options. We can build it out for you based off budget and what you're wanting service-wise, like David stated. And there you're going to see prescriptions, how we can include that. Labs and imaging, how those tests would work, going in-network and out-of-network. And then we're going to see our basic care, which is going to include copays for in our network. And I will be sending these links out so everyone gets a little peek at it. But you can see that's where the basic and the advantage are going to have differences. In the advantage, you would see copays here, and in the basic, you're not going to see those copays, but they are still included in network at a very low cost. And then we have our HSA. So this is going to include contributions that are tax deferred. And then you will still have an option of your annual max to help out with those major medical needs. All right. So now we're at the end bits here. We've gone over what would just a health share look like, what a health share with advanced would look like with basic and HSA. So now we know with David Allen Capital Healthcare, you can offer all things under the sun when it comes to insurance, from just the minimum items to the major. How you're able to refer people is you can use this link here and then add your ID number. As long as they have this link with your ID number and they go on there to get a quote, do a call, anything they're doing through this website, we will be able to track and give that credit to. And our benefits team will take it from there. Like David said, they will assess your budget, how many people are participating in this, If you currently have insurance, they will do a price break plan, just break it down nice and easy for you, have one side and the other so you know you're getting the same services at a different cost. All right, I'll leave it up for questions.
Let me throw a couple things out real quick, Victoria. Great job. We appreciate the brevity, and you went through a lot of details. A couple things I wanted to add, and maybe you can follow up on. For everyone who's watching, Victoria covered that Clear Water and Clear Share will help people even with dental plan alone or a catastrophic insurance plan alone, different things alone. Just so y'all know, we as agents can use all that. I mean, you could call them and get a plan tomorrow for yourself. That's a insurance plan. As you saw there, they'll even sometimes put you on one of the government insurance plans through the Affordable Care Act if that's the best plan for your customer. So when a customer does that, we don't get paid on those because we're not licensed agents. I mean, DAC is actually a licensed agent, but we're not getting paid on these and we're not paying our agents on them. In the future, we may pass that through to our licensed agents. But right now, for legal compliance reasons, we don't earn on any of the insurance products. We only earn on the health share product. We earn the same amount whether they get the Clear Share Basic or the Clear Share Advance. We're not paid more to get them to buy a higher price program. We get paid a flat commission per customer per month, and only if they get a Clear Share product, just so you know. We don't get paid on any of the insurance products. That's not legal. Anyone paying non-licensed people on insurance is violating insurance laws and is setting themselves up to be shut down or fined significantly. So we don't participate in that. We never have, we never will. One day, maybe we'll have a licensed program where we say, hey, get licensed and you can earn on these. But for right now, most of the clients are going to be put on a Clear Share plan and we get paid on those, as do you. The revenue we have is $40 residual revenue per client. Again, you make 20 to 50% of that. So you can see how this can add up over time. Once you're at the 2,000 residual revenue, you're making 50%. So you're making over $200 a year per customer. It can be quite significant what you can earn. Refer 100 customers at a couple $100 a year. Heck, refer 1,000 customers at a couple $100 a year, and you're making a couple $100,000 a year just on this product. And again, all you did was refer. You acted as an affiliate. So you want to understand it enough to share it. But just so you know, we're okay with them putting some people on the Affordable Care Act if that's the best plan. It's like if someone came to us for funding, guys, and then get approved at the bank. We don't want them to get funding through us when they get lower price capital at the bank, unless they don't want to put up collateral. We say, hey, go to your bank. If you don't want to put up collateral, then come to us. So it's the same thing here. If someone's income qualifies them for the Affordable Care Act, then Clearwater is going to put them in the Affordable Care Act. And we're thankful that they do. They're putting the customer in the best position. So there will be times you refer someone you don't get paid because they went to a plan that we don't get paid on. But we've looked at it, and it's about 80 to 90% of your customers will end up with a Clear Share plan, which means you'll get paid on those. And if you know that going in, just so you're not disappointed if you have a customer who chose a product we don't earn on. It's rare, but it will happen. The next thing I wanted to say before we go to your questions is when someone goes to your personal replicated site, folks, and they click on your link, they can watch the videos that were on the screen there. So Victoria didn't play the videos, but she showed them. Those are on your website now at David Allen Capital. And when they click on get a quote or learn more, they go to the Health Share website, which now Clearwater manages and maintains. And if you fill out that form, it's the consultant team at Clearwater who talks with them. It's not someone from DAC. It's not our team. We don't have the experience for it, frankly. So you know that the right experts are helping your clients, and it's okay to say, I don't know. It's okay to say this is over my head. I'm not a licensed sales agent, but I do believe in the product and our company. Keep in mind, eXp Realty, the largest realtor in the world, has made this product available to all their agents because they felt it was the best product to refer. We've made it available to all of our agents. We've got dozens of carriers who wanted us to sell their product. We looked at all of them. We chose this one. We vetted this out. We believe it's the best product available. That's why I'm using it. That's why we're selling it. So if that's all you shared with them, that's enough for them to get a consultation. And if it's the right fit, great. If it's not, we're not right for everybody, but if it's the right fit, to move forward. With that, I don't have anything else to add. I don't know, Victoria, if you wanted to add anything to that before I continue to questions, what percent get a health share plan, or I don't know if you know that information. But if you want to add context to that, that'd be great.
Yeah, of course. That was beautiful, David. Thank you. So we're seeing about 80% participation when it comes to the health share, clear share, just because that seems to be a great fit with the budget, as well as not everybody here is going to have those chronic illnesses. So when you're just a healthy person that's ready for the what if moments, what if today's the day I end up in the ER or get diagnosed? That's the health plan for them. So it's very easy on the budget and very good on peace of mind when it comes to those big events.
Right on. And I do know people on the health share plan now, I'm sorry, on the Affordable Care Act now, that are leaving it and going to this to not have a $12,000 deductible, to not have upper limits, and to have all the coverage and more for not much more per month. And so they'd rather have a monthly membership cost. It's $100 more than their Affordable Care Act insurance, but not have a max and not have a $12,000 deductible. So they'll compare all the products and put them on the right product. All right, let's go to the questions. If you have questions, please put them in the chat. We're not doing open live questions on this. We're doing it through chat. So if you have a question, you don't need to raise your hand. If you can send them to chat through support to Morgan, you can send them to Morgan Rutz or Morgan Raymond, I'm sorry. But I'm looking at some questions now. So while she's pulling those up, I will share some with you. Jason's asking, Victoria, if I've got a business owner who's a client of mine and they've got several employees, how do I refer that business owner to the service when the site is built more for individuals to get a quote?
Yeah, so you can still send them to your link. That way you can get credit for the referral in some way. And we will know that you reached out, even if it's not for an agent here. We'll just know where it came from. And that way we can thank you. But essentially, we do offer to individuals and W-2s. So any referrals you have, we are welcome to take them in and give them the same service, where we will compare plans and let them know either for a group or individual what would be a best fit. So I appreciate that.
And by the way, we know the site is built for individuals. It was designed that way. If you've got a business owner, just have the business owner put their own information in and put in the notes section that they've got several employees. When they do the call, they're going to learn that. So you don't have to hold them up for a special business enrollment page. Just have the business owner fill out that form and get on the call with the consultation team. And then what they'll do is set up consultations with each employee or with the personnel department to find if it's the right plan for everybody compared to the plan being offered. Okay, Victoria, thank you for that. Jason, great question. I just answered that. In the dental section, are dental implants included? Someone asked.
So when it comes to the health share, it is only going to be for if it's due to an injury. But if you're looking into our dental specific design plans, there are going to be some pricing limitations for that as well, since it is elective. But that is something that they would contribute to as in that dental plan. We can definitely pull that up for you.
Yep. I will say, look, I've looked at a lot of dental plans. I haven't found one that covers everything. I found one that covers a percentage. So this one seemed to be right in line with most dental plans that I've seen out there and used for my own family. Okay, next question. Am I understanding that we're covered worldwide? If we're out of the country and we have an accident or need medical coverage, we are covered when we're throughout the world?
Correct. Yes. As long as you have the clear share plan, you will be covered. If you slip on gelato in Italy, we have you. Hopefully that doesn't happen. You can enjoy your vacation, but it is one less thing to worry about while you're on vacation. Yes.
If I'm going to slip on gelato, I would like to do so in Italy.
Right.
No question.
Not a bad place to be.
Someone asked, PK asked, does the health share work similar to Christian health share programs?
Correct. It is modeled after the Christian health share. We didn't want to reinvent the wheel that works, but we took away the face statement of only being offered to Christians and made it available to anyone, no matter your religious affiliation.
Our health share is a good fit for pastors, someone asked.
They are a great fit. That's actually who it was originally designed for in their communities. So they believe in the membership contribution guidelines and think this is a perfect fit. We actually have a few accounts, including PMVC, that is just a faith-based community that we are able to help with.
Beautiful. How long has Clearwater been in business?
So we've been in business for quite some time. We've been reinventing the wheel in the last couple of years, though. So you might have seen us as just Clearwater Administrations. That's been going on since 2016, but we've redefined ourselves in the last 2 years to be more of a health share product and adding in the HSA now.
Yep. And by the way, you can turn off your screen share if you want, Victoria, so we can see your face when you're speaking. There we go. That looks a little bit better. And then the next question, by the way, I wanted to make this comment. We had, before we even launched the service through our agents, one of our agents learned of this product and had a contact at a major big box store. I won't say which one because it's still a deal in OnWorks. You may have heard of it, Victoria, but because Clearwater markets insurance and health sharing, we were able to get a conversation with this company with hundreds of thousands of employees and hundreds of thousands of part-timers who aren't given coverage, who the ClearShare plan looks perfect for. They already made their decision for 2024, but they've had 3 meetings with us and they want a quote for 2025 for all those part-timers and the full-timers. And within one business day, we had experts from various providers on the phone with this company for the health insurance side, for the self-funded side, because this is a company that's self-funded insurance, and for the part-timer side. We had all these companies converge. That's what Clearwater brings to the table. They've been representing all these different providers for years. So they were able to put the right people on the phone and give the confidence to this $100 billion company that we might be their source for healthcare. And they're seriously considering it. And we think we've got a real good chance for 2025. So that's one of the benefits of not just having the health sharing plan. We wouldn't have been able to get that appointment, but because we had all of it, we're able to get the appointment.
Correct. The Costco of healthcare is what we call ourselves.
I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Please point out after they speak with a Clearwater rep, then they will be given an enrollment link that has their rep's AG, not ours. Our agent number is sent to them, but it's not. Oh, okay. Someone pointed out that when you have a client go to your replicated site at DAC, and when they click on get a quote, they're sent over to Clearwater. They're now in the CRM at Clearwater. You're getting credit for it. Just, you know, we're actually working on real-time updates where you'll see them in your back office at DAC, guys and gals. We don't have an update on that today, but they're working on it. So we're the first who asked for this, so they're building it for us, which is great. And we'll have that soon. But until then, you are getting credit for it, but there's going to be a different ID number on their quote and stuff. That's Clearwater's ID. That's not your ID. Don't be alarmed by that. You are getting credit if they referred from your site. Missionaries. Does this work well for missionaries who are traveling abroad?
Yes, as long as they have a residing address in the United States, we are able to assist with that. That's actually a perfect demographic.
Love it. A question came up from a potential client. Do plan members have to be concerned that there may not be enough money in the kitty from all the membership fees to pay for the needed healthcare demands?
Yeah, that's always a great concern to have, especially when looking at health shares. We put up a lot of preventions in place. If there's not one safety net, there's a second net to catch you, a third net. So we look at a trajectory of what these claims would cost us, if we would need to raise up monthly memberships before that would happen, if claims are costing more in certain areas that we can establish better service negotiations with providers, we will. But just so you're aware, every bill that comes to us, we negotiate. So we have a claims negotiations team that works on driving down those costs. So that way we're only paying the fair market price. So we're always making sure we're preventing it with negotiations, looking at the projections, and then raising funds if ever needed. But we do have stop loss insurance in case. So again, that doesn't fall back on the member. We're able to take care of that with our stop loss insurance and keep us from getting in that red there.
Beautiful. Some people call that reinsurance, guys. You've heard us calling it reinsurance, where they've actually got insurance that if it goes above their kitty, they've got insurance to cover those needs, which is fabulous. Hopefully that never happens, but it's nice. And by the way, insurance companies do the same thing. So it's not just sharing companies who might run out of money. You look at the hurricanes, how many insurance companies couldn't pay the customers their claims and had to file bankruptcy. Fortunately, we've got reinsurance. For companies with over 50 employees, we know that they've got to offer health insurance, but can they offer this as an alternative or option for their full-time employees, or is it just for the part-timers?
Yeah, we can offer to full-time. We do make ACA compliance, so we can definitely do that, especially in specific states where you're seeing mandates such as California, New Jersey, Rhode Island. We're able to meet those, avoiding tax penalties. So just built out like a traditional health share, traditional health insurance. We can pair that with our health share.
Beautiful. You do not have pet sharing, do you?
Oh, I wish my cat would have needed that a few months ago. We do not yet, but we are pet lovers here, so always looking into those ideas.
Yes, pet insurance. People are getting really jumping on it. Pet share would be interesting. For those agents that are licensed health insurance who may be marketing regular insurance to their client, is there a way to let Clearwater know to only market the health share plan to them? No, we've discussed that. The health share consultants are going to market the best plan that's available. So if someone's a licensed health insurance agent, unfortunately, when they refer someone to Clearwater, there's really no good way to inform them. Now, can you talk to the consultant and say, hey, if you got an insurance, we're licensed, we'd like to talk about our insurance, and maybe doable, but we don't have a systematized way to do that we can automate easily. We're still discussing it, but at this time, no, you're not protected at this point.
Kind of like fair housing. If I had to make a comparison.
Very good. Very good. A lot of people are thanking you. I see a lot of those.
Oh.
Okay. So those are all the chats that have come to me directly. Morgan, do you have any chats directly that you need to ask for Sharon?
I only have one. And it's a question as if the agent's marketing this product and they receive an objection from someone else who asks if this health share is one of those ministry plans. And they're wondering if you have a response to someone who might ask that, if this is one of those health share ministry plans.
That's a great question, because traditionally it is considered a ministry plan, but we have elected to keep a faith statement, but not the requirement of a specific religious affiliation. So when they are enrolling, there will be a member guideline contract that they are signing that acknowledges that. It states, I believe in the faith statement of adhering to the membership guidelines by paying my monthly contribution and following the rules. But I understand that this is not specific to any religious statements or affiliations.
Yep. Now, is the HSA plan an actual Clear Share plan, or is that an insurance plan?
That is insurance that we've added on.
Yep. Okay. So because we're only paid on Clear Share plans, we could deduce that we would not be paid on the HSA plans then, right? If we're only paid on the sharing plans.
Correct. Now with the HSA, they would only be able to get it by pairing it with one of our products. So Clear Share being one of those, it would need a, yep. So
if I had the HSA, I could still get advanced or basic, or I may get insurance. So it really comes down to HSA you can't get on your own. It's HSA paired with something. Okay. There you go, Harlequin. That's why I didn't answer it before. Someone says, could the licensed agent be on the phone call with them and that way steer them? I mean, I guess that's a workaround. Are they available in Canada?
So we will need a residing address here in the United States, unfortunately not.
Yep. What are the rules? Well, the rules, you're talking about the rules of the sharing plan. It's not ministry rules, but you mentioned them. There was a slide on it. Reckless driving, DUIs, driving under the influence. So if someone's driving under the influence and has an accident, will they not be covered then because of their activity level or because of their
Correct.
activity? Yeah.
Correct. And we would base it off of how the incident was caused. Was it due to the fact of intoxication? Then yes. So anything caused to intoxication, drug use, any crimes committed while being hurt, those would all not be shared.
Yep. Okay. So there's a moral clause in there and a just, good common sense. So is there a chance that the plans can be offered in US territories in the future? So US Virgin Islands, Puerto Rico, etc.
Correct, yes. Right now, we offer it in all 50 states, but we are always trying to expand. So we will be keeping updates on our website when that happens.
Beautiful. Otis, I see your question and we're working on that. So the answer is no yet, but yes, in the near future. He's talking about, he is a licensed agent. He's trying to work out can we work out a deal to be appointed with Clearwater? And yes, Clearwater, we've already been discussing that. So that may be something in the future, guys. We believe it will be something in the future, but just not yet. So, and I don't have anything else. Sharon, Morgan, Tyler, anyone else have any other questions?
I just had one asking if there will be marketing materials available.
Yeah, there's go ahead.
I will definitely be sending some marketing materials directly to David. I will also make sure Spencer shares some more when he returns, but it will be key topics, links for how to get there, and just go ahead and reminding you how to get to your specific link.
And by the way, guys, there's already in your Agent Resource Center marketing materials that were created by Clearwater that have been proven to convert, proven to help customers. There's PDFs, there's videos, they're on your website. So your best marketing tool is your website. Of course, you can download a PDF if you want to email someone, but your website is your best tool. And then your relationship with people and asking people if they'd like to be considered to get some significant savings and improve coverage. That's who we're looking to help, improve their coverage, save the money. That's what we're trying to do, folks. Doesn't matter whether it's payment processing or healthcare. That's what our objective is. So if you've got that objective, you're never closing anyone. You're just offering and letting the experts do the education. And if the education fits right with the customer, they proceed and you produce. If not, they decide not to and you still produce, because your outcome is not a yes. Your outcome is that they're informed. That's all you got to look to, is make sure they're informed. All right. Well, Victoria, thank you so much for tonight. We appreciate you investing time with us. We don't want it to be for naught. We will email this out to all of our agents and we'll store it as a video for them to go to for more information. And we look forward to maybe having you at one of our live events in the future. We're excited about this relationship and we think you guys have an amazing product and we want to put on hundreds of thousands of customers. So let's get out there and do that, team. Victoria, thank you again.
Love it. Thank you all for having me. I'll make sure to pass along this information and feel free to reach out with any further questions. Happy to have y'all.
Thank you. Have a great night.
You
All right,
too.
folks, we're just going to bring this home then. If you were on tonight's business opportunity, I did it from a whiteboard. First time I've done that in, maybe 10 years. So it wasn't efficient, but it was fun. It was fun. And I think I'm going to keep doing them from the whiteboard and get it down to about 20 minutes. 20-minute presentation from a whiteboard is exceptional, and maybe even less, but that's the goal at this point, is a complete BizOp overview. We thought it was great. In fact, Tyler, we'll have to edit this out of the health. In fact, I'm going to stop sharing.